Shalom and welcome again. So, I said this yesterday. I saw a film. It reminded me of my life. So, in this film, this girl was reading, and then the maid came and took away her brain with witchcraft, and the girl started mumbling, bah, 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 bah. So maybe she wants to say something, bah, bah. And then the same maid said, "Oh, so they're blaming her. You can't read, you keep playing, I will tell your mommy, blah, blah, blah." And the girl said, "No, this is spiritual." And the maid was yelling at her and blaming her. So the girl just said, "I need to pray." The maid said, "No, you don't need to pray. It's not spiritual." And the girl started praying. She started commanding and praying, and her brain was restored instantly. And then the spell went back to the maid, and the maid started blabbing and left. I remembered myself in 2000 final year. So we're biochemistry, department of biochemistry. Said this other lady was from another department or faculty of sciences. So normally we borrow courses. She came to borrow this biochemistry, I think 5 to 5 or something, one of the courses, I can't remember. But it's 500 level, we're under 500 level, so that was year 5 of our 5th year. And guess what? I started writing, and then my head went blank. I noticed that I couldn't remember anything. And when I lifted my head, the person that was sitting, she was sitting like, she positioned herself. She was not really sitting in front of me, but there was an angle that she could be straight. If you put a straight line, it would get us. And she was gazing at me with her 2 eyes. I said, wow. I became so angry. I just put my head down on that hard table, put my pen, and started speaking in tongues. Of course, you can't scream because it's an exam hall. Shakara bababa. And then when I spoke in tongues and lifted my head, my brain was restored. And I started writing. And this lady picked up all her papers and left the hall. This was a first-class student in the northern part of Nigeria. She was not a northerner. I was a southerner that traveled all the way. Do you know? She didn't come back. It was a 3-hour course. She was about 5 minutes to the end. The lecturers, all of them, of course, were northerners. They announced that everybody should be prepared to hand down their papers, and that lady was exempt, that she would come back in to write. And we're outside watching what was happening. They gave her my papers, my answer sheets to write with. She copied everything, and she was able to make an A. But they didn't temper out my result this time. They normally used to temper out my result, but that time they didn't dare me. So prayer is the key, I'm telling you. I will never forget. If I hadn't prayed, she was using my brain, technology, and writing. And then I couldn't know anything. How did she know that I was the one that she was going to use the brain for that? I don't understand. And this is a woman that used to pray. I used to pray. And she still did it. I used to pray midnight. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Anytime it's exam, when it's midnight, I'll close my books to pray. There are some things you look at. The apostles were apostles, isn't it? And they were arrested, so don't ask questions. They were apostles, firebrand. And here they were arrested. One was even beheaded. The church had to pray without ceasing. I had to bend down my head and pray, and then this lady had to disappear because I didn't sleep for 1 hour, just a few seconds. And everything was reversed because I was a prayer engine. Tell me about prayer. My house, where I come from, my immediate family taught me prayers, because right inside my family, the kind of witchcraft there was not supposed to allow me to get married or even to have one child. I'm a grandmom now. So there's no way you're telling me to stop praying, because I would have been inside the ground rotting without one child. The kind of house, the immediate family I come from, the strongholds there. My cousins are in the ground. They didn't give birth to one child. My first cousin, most of them, they died without a child. So I know where I come from. And everybody was expecting me to go too, because it's like a covenant. I refuse to go. I'm still here. You will not go. You will wake up, you will pray, and you will live to declare the works of Adonai.